Hey guys, had opportunity to go to one of my favorite comic shops this past weekend, and I picked up some pretty cool stuff. So thought I'd make a video and show you what I got. But first, I also went by Ollie's and was also able to pick up some things there. So I'm gonna show that stuff off first. Picked up Bill Willingham's Fables, the deluxe edition, book 14. This is a hardcover book, reprints some of the issues from the Fables series. Let's see which ones. 130, issue number 130 to number 140. Very happy to get that. Really cool book. Got Batman Detective Comics Volume 3, League of Shadows. Don't pick up a whole lot of the newer Batman stuff, but thought I'd pick this up as fairly cheap. So anyway, also got American Vampire Volume 6. I like this series. So found this. I think it was $2.99, so it was cheap, so picked that up. Heard a lot about this story. Green Arrow Year One by Andy Diggle and a fellow named Jock. I was told this is one of the iconic or definitive Green Arrow stories, and I've always liked Green Arrow, so picked it up for $2.99. Picked up Star Wars: A New Hope. As we know, with the revised numbering of this series, this is actually episode 4. This reprints the first 5 or 6 issues of the original Star Wars comic book, so thought I'd pick it up. Got The Incredible Hulk Epic Collection. Who Will Judge the Hulk? This is some Hulk issues from the early 1970s. This reprints Hulk number 138 to number 156 and Avengers number 88. I was very happy to get that. Really cool book. Got X-Men, The Fate of the Phoenix. This reprints Uncanny X-Men number 129 to 143, annual number 4, Phoenix the Untold Story, and material from the Treasury Edition number 26 and 27, and also Marvel Team Up number 100. So I've got most of these, but I couldn't pass this up for, what I got it for. Anyway, also got Fantastic Four, The Master Plan of Dr. Doom. This is classic Stan Lee, Jack Kirby stuff from the early 1960s. This reprints Fantastic Four number 19 to number 32, and also annuals number 1 and 2. All right, that's what I picked up at Ollie's. So now it's on to the comics. I didn't put any of these in order of importance or whatever, so the good stuff's mixed in. I think it's all good stuff, but whatever. Anyway, got Crisis on Infinite Earths, 100-page giant. I think this is one of the ones that was printed up for Walmart, not 100% sure, but thought I'd pick it up because I flipped through it in the store, and it's got some pretty cool stuff. Got all this stuff from Borderlands Comics. Pull this in Greenville, South Carolina. Pulled it out of their dollar box. It's got Joe Gollum, number 1 of 5, Occult Detective. I picked up another issue of this book a while back, and it was pretty good. So found this one, so picked it up too. Got Fury, Peacemaker, number 2 of 6. Looking through it in the store, looked like a World War II story with Nick Fury. I always liked Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, so I thought this story would be pretty cool too, so picked it up. Went back and forth on whether to pick this one up or not, but I went ahead and picked it up. This is Weird War Tales. Shift a little bit. bit here. Weird War Tales number 113, starring the GI Robot. This was a character that was introduced in this title fairly close to the end of Weird War Tales' run. I think Weird War Tales ended in with issue 115 or 116. So picked it up. Got Alpha Flight number 13. Couldn't remember if I already had this one or not. It's got Wolverine in it, as you can see from the cover. Either way, if I do, that's all right. I didn't spend but $1 for it. So, plus it's in really good shape. Got Hit 1957, number 1 of 4. This story looked like a mafia story, and it's set in the 1950s. Not exactly sure where it's set, but anyway, it just looked pretty cool, so picked it up. Got Tor, Joe Kubert's Tor, number 2, from the mid-70s. I like Joe Kubert's stuff, always have, and I've always liked this series too, so picked up this one. Got the Champions, number 16. This was not in the best shape, but it's a pretty cool issue with Doctor Doom and Magneto, and I think there's a couple other villains in this thing too, so thought I'd pick it up. It's just a reader's copy anyway. Got Ultimate Extinction, number 4, and number 5. I picked up the first 3 issues of this series a year or 2 ago, and it was really cool, so went ahead and picked up these last 2. Got Blade of the Immortal, number 4 of 8, and number 5 of 8. When I looked this up online, this series was split up into story arcs that they didn't number them. Anyway, the number on the outside of the book is not the actual issue number. I think this is like either number 38 and 39 or number 39 and 40 of the series, something like that. But anyway, it's a manga style book, and it's pretty cool. So got Green Arrow, annual number 1 from 1988. I like this Green Arrow series. The regular issues were usually done by Mike Grail. He's not the artist on this, but flipping through the story, it just looked pretty cool, so picked it up. Got Kid Eternity, number 1 of 3. This is a Grant Morrison written story, so thought I'd pick it up. Usually he writes some pretty weird stuff, and I liked the Kid Eternity series from the early 90s, and I think this kind of plays into that. Also got Legion of Superheroes, number 313, and number 321. These were the 2 issues that I needed from the last part of 1984 and the first part of 1985. So now I've got all of them from Superboy / Legion number 260 up to 250. Not 250, 350. I'm trying to get a run from 197 to 350, which 197 was the first issue where the Legion was featured prominently in the Superboy comic before it turned in, when it was Superboy and the Legion, and then eventually turned into Tales of Legion after number 259, I think, was the last issue. That was Superboy and the Legion. Anyway, got J. Michael Straczynski, Twilight Zone, number 1 from Dynamite. I like the old series. I like Straczynski's work, so picked this one up for $1. So I thought it'd be pretty cool. Got Kirby Genesis, number 3. I'm not sure if I've got this one because they had so many variant covers for these books. But anyway, I thought I'd pick it up anyway because it's pretty cool and pretty cool cover, and I like this series. Got Mage, the Hero Discovered, Book 5. I picked up a couple more of these in some previous hauls, so just trying to piecemeal them together and get the whole story. Anyway, let me get these out of the way. Picked up Batman the Outsiders, annual number 1. I'm a big Batman fan, but just for whatever reason, I never picked any of these issues up. Saw this one in the dollar box and thought, I'd give it a try. Another Kirby Genesis book. This is Captain Victory, number 4. Again, I like these Kirby Genesis books from Dynamite. Just a good expansion on some of the stuff that Kirby created in the latter part of his career, just before he retired. And this gives a little more story behind it, and it's very obvious that the people who wrote and drew this are, Kirby fans. So this more of an homage to his ideas than it is, something to make a name for themselves. Got Sleeper Season 2, number 10. I've just about got all of these. I think there are 12 issues in the series, maybe 13 issues. This is a pretty cool series. It's a hitman who can't die, and he works for a covert part of the government that denies his existence. So if anything happens, he's on his own, and it's pretty cool. Picked up Marvel Man, Family's Finest, number 1 of 6. Marvel in this series reprints the 1950s British stories for Marvel Man, and it's cool to read these old 1950s stories because they weren't published over here; they were published over in England after Fawcett got sued and had to stop publishing the Captain Marvel stories. This was Britain's answer to that, and anyway, just pretty cool to read these stories. Got The Goon, number 1 for $1. This was a reprint of the original number 1, I think more or less to get people into reading The Goon, so picked it up. Got The Goon number 3. Number 5. Number 8. Number 12. Number 14. This is a variant cover for that issue. Got number 15. And number 16, these were bagged this way, so the guy at the comic shop sold them to me for 50 cents a copy since they were in the same bag. Got The Goon number 17, and The Goon Once Upon a Hard Time, part 1 of 4. My buddies who read comics have been pestering me, telling me I needed to read some of these Goon stories because they thought I would like them, and I just haven't picked any of them up. I think I may have picked up one issue in some haul, and anyway, so they've been telling me I needed to give it more of a chance than what I have, so picked it up to, see what all the hullabaloo's about. Got The Flash, number 214. This is a 100-page giant from either 1973 or 74. I've actually got a copy of this issue in, well, I won't say high grade. If I were to get it CGC'd, which I won't, it would probably grade out as a 8, maybe 8.5. Which, isn't so bad, but that's not, your 9.5, 9.6 issue. Mine's got a few spine ticks, just enough to get it around an 8, 8.5. So I thought I'd pick this one up because I like reading these old stories, old Flash stories. Not only that, this one's got a misspelling on the cover. They meant to put gauntlet, but they spelled it as Gantlet, Gantlet. Anyway, thought that was pretty funny. Anyway, that is my haul. Hope you saw something you liked, something sparked an interest, something that made you want to go to your comic shop and rummage through their dollar boxes, see what you can find. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time around.